All right, welcome back to Another Dimension. I'm Quinn.
I'm Trask.
And I'm hungry.
Hi, Hungry.
Hey, Hungry.
What's up?
We're going to hear you chomping in the background here.
Nope, I'll be quiet as a mouse.
All right.
Have you gotten any texts recently saying that your tolls are due?
Yes.
Yeah.
For all the toll roads in the state of Wisconsin.
Yeah. So it's been brought up like 3 or 4 times to me from people. They're like, when did Wisconsin get toll roads? Well, they didn't. And people are falling for this.
Oh,
like,
I get them every couple weeks.
Yeah, people are paying these things. It's one of the biggest scams in 2025 so far. They're saying in Iowa, like Minnesota, obviously not Illinois, but Wisconsin and a couple other states that don't even have them. Like, people are still falling for it.
Speaking of scams, over the past couple of years, there's been car scams that, remember, we would get all these calls
every day.
That they would call and say, hey, when's my car going to get delivered?
Yeah.
They would take Quick Transport, or they would take other companies' names and sell it on the internet and pick up the car and steal it. But another scam that's going on right now is in household moving. My cousin just reached out to me. Her friend's elderly parents were moving.
Okay.
And they gave these people money to come move their stuff, and the people never showed up. I guess it's a lot. If you're working with movers out of Florida, make sure you check them out.
California,
I'm sure. I reached out to a friend who's in the household moving business, and he's like, "Yeah, it's horrible right now. These people got taken for $6,500. What if that happens to you?" He said there's a website. I don't remember the gal's name, but it's moverescue.com, and she's very versed in helping people try to get their money back. And then if you put it on your credit card, obviously stop payment right away. But
for a small fee of $6,400, she'll get your money back.
Probably. But be careful if you guys are moving.
It's just so crazy that people can just like pop up these businesses now, especially with AI, and make people believe that they're real.
Well, they prey on vulnerable.
Right. It's crazy.
Contractors have been doing it for how long?
Right.
How many times do you hear about, I gave a guy $10,000 for a job and he hasn't been back in a year?
Yep.
Right.
I just don't morally how you can do that to somebody.
Right.
So,
well,
anyways.
Yeah. So if you get a text about your tolls, make sure to pay them.
Do not pay it.
Don't pay them.
If you pay it, come after Trash. Just tell
if
them
you're
moving,
money. Yeah. If you're moving, don't use moving companies.
Use a reputable company. And same for cars.
Right. Yeah, and don't ship your cars with someone that doesn't have like a presence, right? It's just don't do it. Don't save the $200. It's going to cost you more than that in headaches.
Yes.
If it looks too good,
it's too good. Yep. Have you ever driven across the Blackhawk Bridge?
I don't think I have.
Do you know where it is?
I do. It's between Iowa and Wisconsin.
Crossing.
It connects Wisconsin and Iowa.
Okay. What river does it cross? I'm
going to say the Mississippi.
It does. Right south of DeSoto over to Lansing, Iowa.
Okay.
Did you say it connects Iowa or Wisconsin to Minnesota or Iowa?
Iowa.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah. They started construction on it in 2023. It was up and running, working, and now all of a sudden they have to demolish it because there's so many repairs that have to be done to this thing.
Really?
That they're building a new bridge, but that bridge won't be started until 2027. And this bridge is being demolished during that time. So
when?
2023 is what I read.
Because the contractor was not reputable.
They probably didn't show up.
The scam.
Still missing half the lanes. No. But I looked at the pictures. It looked older than that. I don't know. That's what the article said.
Maybe it was 1903.
I don't think it was 1903.
Okay. Or maybe updated in 2023? Because that's like
maybe
less than 2 years and you have to tear it down.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if maybe there was a structural thing. I'll look into it and verify. This is just an in the news segment. Don't be grilling me, all right? But anyway, the next closest crossing from there is in Prairie du Chien. So
and it's probably an hour or two south.
Plan accordingly if you're heading that way.
Okay.
North of obviously Dubuque, south of La Crosse.
Okay.
Kind of benchmark on the thing, or on the map, I should say, not the thing. What do you want to talk about now? You want to talk about cattle haulers?
I'm guessing you want to talk about cattle haulers.
Yeah, I do.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
It was kind of the driver is seriously hurt, but there was an accident. A cattle hauler was leaving Danville, Virginia, heading to North Carolina somewhere, load of cattle.
Okay.
Rolled the truck, driver's still in the hospital. This happened on Tuesday or Wednesday this week. A bunch of the cattle passed away, but 30 of them, the article read, escaped, broke out and escaped. And they had to use real-life cowboys and drones to wrangle these cows because they were all over the interstate. They caught all but 3 of them. So there's still 3 random cows running around in this area where the accident happened. And
you don't want to hit one of those.
Can you imagine?
It's like hitting a rock.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, what do you do? Like, if you're just driving down the road and all of a sudden, I didn't tell you this. So on Wednesday when I went up to Green Bay for that sales call,
Yep.
I took the back way to get up there. And I was driving out by like Shirley Road, something like that. And all of a sudden I'm driving, like 5 peacocks walk across from, like, they knew I was coming. They saw me. I saw them look at me. Yeah. Walk right out in front of me, wait till I get like stopped to the stopping, and then fly up over the fence and then hop into their little pen. I'm like, are you kidding me? But anyway.
Peacocks are smart, aren't they?
I don't know.
I think they're like extremely smart.
Maybe.
I think those are parrots.
I like them.
Parrots repeat, right?
Yeah, they talk.
So it must be smart. Anyway, I thought that was the reason I thought that article was cool, not because the cows died or the driver got hurt or the accident in itself, but the fact that drones and everything were able to help and maybe keep other people safe. Or they were, I don't know, that's pretty mountainous over there, I would assume.
Yeah.
Like, how cows probably don't fare well climbing up and down mountains and protecting. I don't know. Like, what do they do? It's just,
I guess it depends if they're...
they loaded them all onto other trailers.
Yeah. I mean, cattle free range, out west in the mountains and stuff.
Yeah, but they're not like climbing the mountains. That's like, are they?
Well,
I guess I don't
you
know.
got to define a mountain too.
My aunt and uncle, I think they had close to 700 when they lived, and they're in the hills. They're in those giant draws, and you'd see them. They'll come down those giant draws and then go back up, and you're like, how does that thing make it up there? But they did. To your point, you did have the information correct on that bridge. A new one was built in 2023. It was originally built in 1903.
Hey, look at that.
But then the new one was built the whole new one was built less than 2 years ago.
That's nuts.
And what did they say was wrong with it?
They didn't. I just looked up the
on
info
CDLA
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not going crazy. But that's like, that can't be cheap. Think about that. How much do you think a bridge costs?
Yeah, who's paying for that?
Not only who's getting fired for like.
Hopefully Iowa's paying for it, right?
Efficiency, like to do like. Imagine that building getting built back there, and then a year later you go, we got to build a whole new one.
Right.
Like.
Well, I heard a stat. This was a long time ago. It's got to be more than that now. This was probably in high school. But for every mile of highway, 2-lane highway, it's $1 million. If you think about that.
Of maintenance?
No, of construction costs. Like with the concrete and like the prep work and all that kind of stuff. So think about that. Like now it's suspended. There's other machinery that has to come in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
not like building a road. That's a bridge.
Right. Yeah, you're above water.
Yeah.
Or
something.
Well, in that case, you're above water. But
yeah.
That's a long. Yeah. I was looking at a picture of it. It's not like a Winneconne bridge. Like
right.
It's a big one.
Well, yeah, it crosses the Mississippi, but it's also weird there too. If you've ever seen those, even with like the overpasses, they drive those pylons down for like a day straight, and they can only move a certain measurement. Otherwise, they have to be in a different spot.
I went across the Golden Gate Bridge this week.
Really?
Yeah. Didn't see a thing.
How long was it?
Well, I was told it was 7 miles as we're coming up to it. I'm like, it's 7 miles? It wasn't 7 miles. But the fog was so thick, you couldn't see anything. Yeah.
How long was it?
Are you vacation?
Yeah.
Were you just going to ask him where he was?
No, I was
in San Francisco.
What were you doing out there was going to be my question.
We were just out there for a few days.
Nice.
So
it's got to be weird not being able to say either side when you're out there once you get out to the middle.
It was...
Doesn't bother you?
It was very unimpressive.
Oh.
It was like just driving in fog.
Do you think it would have been impressive if there wasn't fog?
I don't know. Like most things, for me, I'm like, we saw some other stuff. I'm like, do we need to stop? Like, nope, we were here.
Yeah,
like
it drove by and waved.
Yeah, there it is.
That's funny.
So I don't know. I guess I would have liked to see it, but
You were there, like
I was there.
Crossed it off the list.
yeah. I don't need to go back.
Right.
Anyway, talk about Rivian.
Sure.
Rivian's putting up a new plant.
Are you going to get one?
You know, I have always been the anti-electric vehicle.
Here we
person.
go. Like a year ago, you said those things are actually pretty cool.
I think they're cool. I actually do. A
Do you
friend
know-
of mine has one.
I was just going to say.
And I looked at them one time when we were out west, and
Can those things climb mountains?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
there. I'm not going to say never. I'm not buying one anytime soon. If things would happen and progress, I think there could be a lot of benefits to it.
Do you mean like as far as the infrastructure for charging them or the range for...
Range and reliability, and hey, are they going to work in our climate?
Well, there's studies on that, which I've read, which are pretty interesting. But I think the convenience of a gas station, being able to just pull in and get gas, is super nice. Mm-hmm. Yes, there are, and in bigger cities, there are those options, but around here, there's definitely not.
Yeah.
So
For those of you who don't know what Rivian is, Rivian's an electric vehicle that kind of rivals Tesla, or is trying to rival Tesla.
their trucks actually look like kind of a truck.
They're kind of cool looking.
Yeah.
And I think they're marketed more towards like the outdoorsy people. They have some different things in them for camping and stuff.
I was just going to say, I could picture like one with like one of those pop-up campers on the back and like
Yeah.
people like
Like a
camping.
Subaru type audience?
kind
no.
of Jeep,
But without the Keens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, gotcha.
Yeah. So anyway, they, I think they have multiple plants, but the main one is in Illinois. Right now, their vehicles start at $71,000. Yeah. So they are.
And they just make the truck, right?
There's a truck and a
They have like a small...
SUV.
Yeah, okay.
Like R1 and R2 or something. Anyway, they are investing money and constructing a new facility in Georgia, just south of Atlanta. And at a time where our current administration is like pushing back against EVs and everybody's holding back, they are just headstrong that they're going forward with this. And the basis for this is they feel like they need to get into a less expensive market. So they're going to try building some smaller vehicles, more in the $40,000 to $50,000 range, to try to get that market. And the article I read, they were like this, the tax incentives for EV vehicles for consumers are not there anymore. But we are just headstrong. We are forging ahead, and they want to rival Tesla.
I believe those tax incentives, you got $7,500 tax credit. I think they actually end September. So there's a big push for them right now for people trying to do it. I was reading up on it on a Tesla article that popped up, and I forget where. But is that plant going to be production of cars, or is it just going to be battery facility, or
It said vehicles. Yeah. Which is, again, I'm not an EV guy, but it's encouraging that people are still investing money when everybody's telling them not to. So maybe they'll go bankrupt. Who knows?
Let's hope not.
But if everybody takes that approach and forges ahead.
Yeah, I kind of want to go do like a comparison between the two. Like, what are the main differences? Because there's obviously got to be a difference, right?
Rivian and Tesla.
Yeah. Well, I know, like between the trucks, it's
Yeah.
it's obviously glaring on
Well,
aesthetics,
they're
but
way cooler than a Cybertruck,
yeah,
unless you want a Cybertruck.
I don't know. I saw one. I think like sitting inside of it, I think would be cool, but having to look at that thing every day would be.
It's kind of like it's more extreme, but
It's like the
kinda
old Isuzu Trooper.
Or
You
I was
know
going
what
to
I
say
mean?
like a Hummer. Like back in the day when you saw a Hummer and you were like, who drives that? Like you see them much more often nowadays, but there was a time where it was kind of like, I kind of get the same
vibe.
feeling and vibe in terms of people's perception of them. Now, it's a lot more political nowadays. You see someone drive one and people tend to automatically assume certain things, but I don't know, they're a little attractive.
Yeah.
It's weird that southern corridor is attracting all of this manufacturing for cars. You have Toyota popping up a new plant and adding on which they stopped production on in North Carolina.
Yep.
You got Scout that stopped production on their plant down in
Did they?
South Carolina. Scout?
I thought they were full speed ahead. You're talking battery plant versus truck plant.
Yeah. The battery plants.
The battery plants.
Yep.
Okay, yep.
The Toyota plant in North Carolina is huge. Like that is, I think, is full on production because there's like 4 or 5 lines there. But the Florence plant, was batteries for. I thought it was for Scout, or was it for?
That was Mercedes.
Maybe it was Mercedes. But they're down there now. Rivian's down there. Like, is there a draw, or why are they locating there? I don't know. I wouldn't.
My hunch is tax incentives.
That was the first thing that I thought of too.
My head went to, is that where they get most of their parts from? The coasts.
That could be too.
That's where, hey, if we're importing all those things, but if we bring some of those items to, stateside, does that play a big deal? Because now, if you want to ship your cars, you're shipping them all the way across the United States,
right.
No matter what.
Right.
So maybe more of a centralized location, but just a random thought.
And maybe
there.
their market. Think about is an electric vehicle good in Denver, Colorado? I don't know that, or up through the mountains.
Right.
Obviously,
Yeah, that's a good
prevalent
point.
in California, but
Going out on like the
coast,
the West Coast out there, yeah, that makes sense. But
there might be a larger market.
Well, it's interesting you say that because 5 years ago when we were driving, we go down to North Carolina every year. When we were going down to North Carolina, you wouldn't see any EV charging until you got like south of Indianapolis. Mm-hmm. Now Chicago is full of it. There's Teslas all over down there. So I don't know if maybe that's like the hub down there. The weather's warmer year round than up here, but it's weird. It's weird that they're all there.
Can they? Obviously, you have to have a charging station. Can they run those charging stations with solar?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
Why?
You can do everything else,
right?
Why wouldn't you be able to?
That's
a good question.
Why wouldn't they put solar panels on top of the cars then?
I don't know. Yeah.
But
somebody's tried it.
Oh, I'm sure. But yeah, that'd be interesting to find out. We probably could talk to someone. I know someone that could probably answer that question.
Mm-hmm. He's probably going to listen to this and say, "You guys are idiots." Of course we can do
I
that.
actually have to see him. I actually have to
that.
see him this weekend. So I'll ask him.
Okay.
Weird. The practicality of all of it too. For a traveling person that is driving from state to state or whatever, I don't see the practicality in it. If you got to stop and you pay for these fast chargers, you're still sitting somewhere for 25, 30 minutes. With a family, I could probably get away with that because every stop I make on a trip is 30 minutes by the time you get the kids out of the car and back into the car. But if it's just me, I would be like, okay, I don't want to have to deal with this all the time.
Right. I think it's gotten faster. I think those cars are like 10 to 15 minutes because I remember a guy, I saw a video posted and a couple came up and started asking him questions. They were curious and they were like, well, don't you have to sit here forever? And I remember him being like, nah, I'll probably be here about 15 minutes and then I'll be back and juiced up. Now, car versus a larger vehicle, I'm sure, but it's really not that bad.
Right.
Unless you're in a hurry.
But someone in town driving to and from work, that would make sense. You probably wouldn't even have to charge it up more than once every month. I get gas once a month or twice a month. That's it. I mean, I could definitely do that.
And in Atlanta traffic, that'd be kind of nice.
Yeah.
Because you never don't get stuck somewhere in Atlanta if you're going through on the interstate, unless you're going through at 2:00 in the afternoon.
Right.
Yeah. Random thoughts.
Yeah.
I can't wait till the day you roll up with a Rivian.
Hopefully they stay alive.
I am going to make fun of you.
I've never heard of it, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
You've seen them. They kind of
sure
look like a Bronco, almost. Like a cooler Bronco.
Okay.
Right? The trucks.
Sure. Look them up. They're not bad.
It's kind of their own thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Anyway, what else is...
Let's get back to trucking.
Yeah, we talked about predatory leases in the past, right?
We have.
But it just got yesterday or Wednesday.
17th, yeah.
The 17th. The bill got sent to Congress. Does that sound right?
Correct.
And a predatory lease So all these companies, you'll see, hey, lease purchase, and they'll bring on independent contractors and, sell the independent contractors a truck.
A dream.
Yeah. For years, it's been, I don't know, it's known that the company selling the truck is just going to churn that truck 3, 4, 5 times because they make the leases not impossible, but very improbable for anybody to win.
Right.
And it's created a monster with some drivers because they that's what they want. That's what they believe is true, like the greatest end all be all. Are there some good ones? I believe there are. But there are a lot of predatory leases that you're going to lose no matter what, right? As the lessee.
Yeah, as the person trying to do it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, like, you may get in at a good time and have a good run at a year or two before, let's say, rates dip. Mm-hmm. What happens then? Now all of a sudden you get used to living this lifestyle, or, oh crap, I have to pay taxes on this. I'm no longer an employee.
Yep.
Like, now you get hit with a $40,000
hey, I don't have health insurance.
Right. Now you get hit with a $40,000 or $80,000 tax bill at the end of the year.
Yep.
People aren't preparing for that. And these people that are leasing these, I'm going to say mega leasing companies,
there are some good ones.
Yes.
And, like, honest people out there. Like, hey, if this is what you want to do,
I strongly recommend you not doing it.
But if that's what you want to do, this is what it's going to look like.
Right. But there's a reason why Schneider has Schneider Finance and all of these big, they don't have it to lose money. I'll tell you that much. That truck, I think I read in a different article, on average gets sold 4 times or at least 4 times before they turn around and sell it to probably Mexico.
Right. So they're trying to do away with those predatory leases, right?
But what are your thoughts on that?
So I think it's slimy. I really think it's slimy. The way I think there's other companies that are recruiting based on that. Hey, you're going to come here and you're going to have you're going to be a lease purchase person, and I think that's a little bit slimy. I also think that it's a free world, and if that's what you decide is best for you,
as the leasee or the person leasing the trucks,
the lessee, the person leasing the trucks, the independent contractor.
Fair.
If that's what you decide and you believe is right for you, and you agree to the terms,
that's your fault. You signed the line. You made the decision. It's no different, in my opinion. Sorry, I'm a little bit heated on this. Like, if we've all been young, you hear the stories of, there's a company in the area that would market aftermarket car parts, I'm just going to say, to younger kids. And he goes, I don't care. They'd put it on their credit card and the money just kept coming in.
Yep.
Or giving people that can't afford a home a loan. The fact that they're getting a home is great, but they're putting them, the bank or the lender is putting them in a bad position by giving them this opportunity. Like, we should just stop doing it.
Yes.
And why does it matter? Why does it matter? Like, I understand if you want to own a home, great. And I'm not saying you're not making sacrifices. And I'm not saying that there's other I talk with my hands a lot of other variables that go into this, but you got to be smart and don't put yourself in a worse position just to have a short-term gain. And that short-term gain could be owning that truck or owning that house or owning this or owning that. And yeah, it may make you feel good right now, but when everything goes wrong.
I can't tell you the number of drivers that have come into my office or called and said, hey, I want to do a lease purchase. And I will do, if we did it, it would benefit us. I do everything in my power to talk them out of it multiple times. Like, hey, like you talked about taxes, breakdowns and all that stuff. Are you prepared for this?
Well, and I'm sorry, but why are you doing it? Like, is there an ulterior motive? Like, from their standpoint, a lot of those people are trying to get away from child support, or I'm not trying to bash everyone that leases a truck. That's not what I'm trying to do. But if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, you're going to get burned. You're going to get caught sooner or later.
And if you get into that cycle, it's tough to get out of.
Right. Because now when you go back, you're not having a $5,000 settlement.
Yeah.
You're having a $1,500 paycheck, $1,800 paycheck, whatever that number may be. And in reality, at the end of the day, it's still the exact same. It's just you're not paying for it up here and you're paying for it here. You're prepaying for all of the stuff that you need to do, or you're supposed to be financially responsible.
I mean, we've got a guy that works for us. He was in a lease purchasing company out of Chicago, and he's like, every time I went in there, I owed him more money.
Right. And he was like, they were bringing him home for like $400 from the East Coast.
Yeah.
And like,
and they didn't care.
Yeah.
They were taking their percentage, their cut, and then his truck would get back to the shop, and they'd be like, "Oh, you need an engine overhaul. There's $20,000," and then they would front the money, but now you owe us the money, and he would never get out of it. And he's like, "How does that work?" And I'm like, "They had you over a barrel."
Right. It's the minute you fall into that trap, it's hard to get out. But
so they're trying to do away with that. I don't know how they're going to get, put the kibosh to it, but
and who's going to decide what's predatory and what's not? Because each person is different.
Unless there's a standardized practice, but I don't know how that would work either.
Yeah. Read the fine print, right?
Well,
when you're doing something like that, read the fine print and know what you're doing.
I think understanding it is more important.
The problem is when people are in those situations, a house or a truck, that's what they're focused on. The rest doesn't matter.
I'll deal with it later.
This is what I'm getting. This is what I want.
You're absolutely right.
And that's the key issue. It's the have it now versus have it later. So not thinking about the repercussions or the extra red tape you're going to have to go through to make this work. Right. Yeah. I'm glad I've never been in a predatory lease.
Me too.
I actually feel like I won on my last truck lease.
Talking about predatory leases, freight is still down.
Yeah, it's horribly down.
I was just reading this article, and the question was, well, why has it been so long? Why is this freight not coming back? Why are we still in a freight recession? And the problem is that people are operating, they're not making money, right? They're actually losing equity, but there's still cash there. So they've got cash to pay bills and they're still able to operate.
They have cash to pay bills because the cash flow coming in, or because they saved it from
cash flow coming in. But what's going to happen?
That's going to run out sometime.
Yes, they can't go
or
on forever.
Inflation's going to happen.
Fast forward 5 years, your truck may or may not be paid off, but now you got to buy a new one. You have no financial backing to buy a new one,
or any capital.
Now you can't afford to upkeep it and make the repairs.
Right.
So now you got safety issues. Now you can't attract drivers, and now you're getting stopped at the scale and you're out of business.
So we're 2 years into that, you're going to say? Year and a half, 2?
3.
3?
2, 3.
Couple, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So that should be good.
It'll come around, but it's going to be a struggle to get there for some.
But you're saying people are losing equity as in the business.
Yes.
Because things are getting more expensive.
Well, and their trucks. I mean, they were buying $40,000 trucks for $800.
Right.
That's an exaggeration, but triple their worth.
Well, right. And everything's got to even out eventually. But yeah, that makes sense. And maybe at the time they bought it, the market could bear it, right? You could make money by buying a truck that way. But now, if you weren't smart, hey, I need a new truck. Well, some people did actually need new trucks during that time, and they made that decision, and they did it calculated, and it's working out fine. Yep. But the other people that just upgraded because anyone with a heartbeat was getting money, didn't think about this time, and now maybe you can capitalize on some, hate to say it, but foreclosures of trucks or repos. It's just the vicious. It's not the vicious cycle of business. It's the cycle of business.
It's the cycle of business.
And it's the honest truth. Like only the strong survive. You gotta play your hand today for the next 5 years. So
that's why, like I said earlier, it's kind of encouraging that, even though I'm not a huge Rivian fan, that Rivian is investing the money and said, like, hey, we're full speed ahead.
Right. Be interested to see where the money's coming from, though.
There was a lot of state money behind it. and then I'm assuming the rest.
I'm
is
sure
just
they
from
had to
now,
put up
but,
a certain amount. But want to hear something? Want a random fact or trivia fact of the day? You'll probably know this answer. Taylor might not know the answer and is hitting him right in the eyes. Taylor, how long from bumper to bumper is the average semi-truck and trailer?
I'm going to measure it in hot dogs and say 225.
You can read.
Yeah.
75 feet.
He got you that time.
Yeah. On that came from Iowa 80. They just had some random trucking facts today. And
225 hot dogs.
Yeah, that's what it said. 75 feet or the equivalent to 225 hot dogs end to end. So,
or 75-foot-long hot dogs.
Yeah, 75 Dodger dogs.
Ooh, it might be like 37 Dodger dogs.
Because they're big.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what I got.
You got any feel-good stories this week? It's Truck Driver Appreciation Week.
Yeah.
Which
I do, actually.
I'm torn on that a little bit. Thank you to all the truckers out there. Like, you guys go through a lot of stuff to keep the world going. This week, yes, it's recognized, but it should always be recognized.
Right. I have a couple feel-good stories. First off, the drivers. I think everyone did great this week, right? Secondly, Tim went above and beyond this week to make sure that our drivers were taken care of. Tim is one of our dispatchers, and he went and got custom semi-chocolates for every one of the drivers and a couple other people. They were really good.
Yeah.
And gave them out to the drivers. Super cool. Awesome. Thanks, Tim. Ken took care of our gift that we gave our drivers. Got them a shower caddy and some creature comforts and then a gift card to Quick Trip, which is around here if you're not from around Wisconsin. But it's a big convenience store, a good feeling stop for us. And
it's literally just a small token of
appreciation. I mean, everyone deserves more. I mean, everyone should be appreciated, but you said you had some mixed thoughts on it. Everyone should... I don't know.
I have mixed thoughts on it.
Not
because
the fact that...
we don't do this because I think it's crappy. You'll see companies where like, oh, it's Truck Driver Appreciation Week and the office is there having a food truck or something. It's like, you guys aren't the drivers.
Right.
You're celebrating the drivers who aren't there.
Right.
So I think that's stupid. So we don't do that. It's difficult to get all the drivers, together.
Right.
But anyway, thank you. Like it truly is just a small token of recognition.
Right.
That is well deserved. And, everybody needs a pat on the back once in a while.
How did Truck Driver Appreciation come about? Like the week?
No clue.
Can you look it up?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Dude, there's appreciation.
Dude.
Yes. There's National Executive Assistant Day. There's I don't know. There's probably Operation Day.
Where's Dispatch Appreciation Week?
There probably is.
No, there's not.
Start the revolution.
This is year it started 37 years ago. So 2025 is the 37th annual celebration.
So 88.
That's what this one says. That's all I got. I don't have any history. It just says it started in 37 years ago.
People were soft back then. But anyway, and then there's National Bosses Day and all those things, right? Yeah. Why? I'm sorry, but I think it's a scam for Hallmark to sell more cards.
Amen.
But anyway.
But it works for them.
It does.
What's that one day it's not Valentine's Day? It's
Sweetest.
That one I always think of, and that's the one when you said Hallmark came up with a holiday. Like, what is the point of Sweetest Day? Never given my wife anything for Sweetest Day.
Well, your wife sounds like a saint.
Never give my wife any.
Becca and I don't do gifts. No. I mean, we'll do a small, if we want a Christmas gift, we'll buy a gift for the house or something, but we don't do gifts.
We don't either.
But, oh well.
Thank you, drivers.
Yeah. Thank you. Do we want to tease what we're going to talk about next week, or do we know what we're going to talk about
next week?
No, that was going to be my question.
I don't know. I had a couple ideas. I mean, we talked about guests. We're still waiting on that confirmation to come through for our first one. Mm-hmm. But an episode where we look at it from the spouse. It doesn't, the spouse of a truck driver. I think that would be cool. Also, would be cool to talk about maybe some ways to... Control isn't the right word, but manage, direct the uncontrollable, and like how to handle those situations. Like, what do you do when something goes bad? This is inevitable. Like, something bad is going to happen. And I'm not saying maybe an accident, but maybe a driver gets sick on the road. That happens. It truly does happen. People use it as an excuse. What is your game plan? What are some of those things, tips, tricks, and tools that we could talk about?
Breakdowns.
Right. How do you handle them?
Yep.
So I think we could maybe take an approach on that. If anyone is listening and I said if anyone is listening because I'm not sure if people are listening, but if any of the listeners are
a very slight possibility
have any ideas or something that they want us to cover, let us know. We'd be happy to talk about it.
Didn't Matt send you something?
He sent me.
We can look back.
Well, he sent me the exemption.
Okay.
For the 34-hour break rule. It looked fake to me. I didn't look at it.
Okay.
And he also sent me a new permit thing last night that I have to look at.
Okay.
Which I told him I would, which is pretty cool. So yeah, any feedback is always welcomed, and thanks for listening, and sorry for the rambling.
Subscribe.
Like, subscribe, share.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Send
See
us
you later.
chocolate. All right. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.